Steven Spielberg has made many classics, took chances on scripts and ideas that worked out really well. It's why he gets so much praise, and he does deserve it. From Jaws to Jurassic Park, we wouldn't have Back to the Future if it wasn't for him believing in Zemeckis. But there's also the other side where he whiffs hard. Sequest DSV, the later Jaws films, Indy and the Crystal Skulls, no one's going to forget that stupid refrigerator moment. And my personal hate was when he censored E.T. I'm like, did 4Kids buy you a birthday cake or something? We're Back, A Dinosaur Story was one of those anomalies. This film came out just 5 months after Jurassic Park. Dinosaurs became the new big thing in '93. Jurassic Park blew up. You had Power Rangers become a massive show, but Dinosaur Stories went poof. What happened? It had so much going for it. Top talents like John Goodman, Walter Cronkite, Julia Child, Jay Leno playing a goofy alien. Music by James Horner. A different style animation, it used more darker color tones, and even a 3D sequence probably trying to outdo the Rescuers Down Under opening. It's based off a book that really didn't have an ending. They could tweak things to make it more fun, action-adventure-y, and they just kind of try to rip off The Secret of NIMH for half of it. That's how it felt for me, and it doesn't really go anywhere interesting. The film's based off a small series of books by Hudson Talbot. 4 dinosaurs were picked up by a man named New Eyes, who's basically Santa Claus. He travels back in time, has a weird assistant named Vorb, and he needs dinosaurs to grant kids wishes in present day. I don't know about you, but I think New Eyes' origin story would have been a better film. He comes from the future on this almost godly-looking steampunk spaceship. Was he born on another planet? Is that how he met Vorb? Anyway, has a magical radio to listen into kids' wishes and wants to grant them. Okay, I'm with the movie so far. Of course, Deadly Dinosaurs couldn't gel with kids, so he uses his brain grain to make the dinos more cute, cuddly, and smart. Brings them from the prehistoric past to the present. This is where the movie goes wrong. I thought it was going to be about the crazy situations that would have developed from dinosaurs coming to New York. These giant monsters aren't that easy to hide. They could be hunted down. Even Ferngully goes from the cute forest fairies to fighting the evil smoke of doom. The city could go into chaos. The movie could be like a G-rated version of Jurassic Park 2's ending. The human cast and dinos are fine. Louie and Cecelia, both kids coming from pretty different backgrounds but have crummy families. Louie didn't like that he was being treated as a kid, while Cecelia being neglected due to her parents being always busy with work. So you have two sides of life mingling. The dinos, John Goodman steals it, taking one of the strongest dinosaurs and turning him into a fun stuffed animal that wants to make a friend. Works very well. I totally buy that Louie would give the dinos a chance and not just run away screaming. You can also see he's using them, he's scared under the tough facade by being alone. The other 3 dinos could have used more work, but I mostly blame that on the story rather than the characterization. Woog and Dweeb just had no real place to get to do things. They also wasted Elsa. She's a pterodactyl. This movie needed more flying, some more action that would expand on each of them, but it doesn't happen. So New Eyes gets them to 1993 and just dumps the dinos into the Hudson River. They have to find their way to the Museum of Natural History. They have to meet up with Dr. Bleeb. She's a one-note character. Her shtick is being late because she wears bad glasses and can't see right. I get what he was doing. New Eyes, like Santa Claus, he helps but wants the dinos to do it and not be pampered. Instead, they crash into Louie floating across the river. I gotta say, Joey Shea does a good job at being a New Yorker, doesn't go over the top, tries to be the tough kid thrown into a bizarre adventure, but I have to bring up one thing. This movie has the worst backgrounds of New York I've seen. The art's fine, they just don't know where the hell anything is. Backgrounds keep moving buildings every other shot. I get it, you want landmarks that people know, but the World Trade Center is not across the Brooklyn Bridge. The scene helps connect Louie to Rex. Rex almost died drowning. It does a nice job giving a small action scene and characterization to Louie. The first half of the film is fine. He ran away from home to join a circus in Central Park. The Museum of Natural History is on the way, so he works together with them and have to figure out how to move 2-story tall dinos 20 blocks to Central Park in the middle of the day. So Louie uses Elsa to scout around the city, stumbling onto Cecelia. She's that upset with her family always being gone, she just accepts the talking dinosaur and joins Louie. Fine. It's basic, but they'll expand on it, right? We'll have that quiet emotional moment where Charlie eventually realizes he screwed up and all dogs go to heaven, seeing him change throughout the film and die saving Anne-Marie. This is the thing that annoys me the most. You'd think the film suffers in this plot because it got too long, too talky. They needed to get it down for time. No, this film is 71 minutes long. It's barely over an hour. It can't even run on TV right. They need to have a half-hour cartoon with it to reach 90 minutes. It's so ridiculous. The initial characterizations for the dinos and the kids are a warm-up. The movie gives time to the dinos, establishes their personalities. Woog is laid back, loves his food. Dweeb is hyper, somewhat scared. Elsa is prim and proper. Rex is the middle guy, the Captain Kirk of the team. Then the movie goes through the same process with the kids. Cecilia's from a rich family, has everything she wants except her family. They try to make the kids feel more deeper by throwing out a few edgy lines, like Louie asks her if her parents beat her. They don't do that. It's there just to be a shocker. But we move through the plot at ludicrous speed for no freaking reason. The best scene in the film is the Macy's parade. The only way they could get around New York was them acting like balloon floats. This works out at first, but Rex decides to break out in song, jumps on balloons, blows their cover, and everything goes to hell. Cops come into play, the dinos all get split up, using cars as skateboards. This is what I expected the movie was going to be about, a blend of Rescuers Down Under and Land Before Time. Then the movie takes a sharp turn into a wall. A movie needs an antagonist, something that causes a problem. Oh, he sure causes a problem. Screw Eyes, the brother of New Eyes, a basic bad guy as you can get. He runs a creepy circus in Central Park that would fit in a Tim Burton film. He has the same magic powers as his brother, just the opposite. He uses his radio to find fear. His whole circus is to deliver fear to customers. He's creepy and intelligent, but it doesn't work. The kids find his circus, and every which way they walk through, it screams, "No, leave, do not bother with this crazy guy." The kids, who are fairly smart, take dumb pills and are like, "Let's go in and talk to the crazy man," just so the plot can move forward. He's all like, "I don't take kids, meh, 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 unless you sign a contract with your blood." Excuse me? I think I'm gonna piss my pants and run away now. That would be a normal kid's response. Not these two. They go, "Yeah, sure, let's do it," while they both keep pointing out that this is all wrong. Just because you point out how stupid the plot is, you're still stupid. So they both sign with their blood, and now the magic blank contract fills in. We never get to read it, but basically they become his monsters, turns them into monkeys for his freak show. Of course, the dinos make it to the kids too late, and the only way they can save them is to join Screw Eyes. But they must take his magic reversal cereal to turn back into mindless monsters. Thanks, movie. We barely get time with the dinos, and now you're going to remove them from the film. The second half is the kids coming up with the plan with help from Screw Eyes' badly treated assistant Snubs. The movie tries really hard to make it feel darker than it is. Let's go the Secret of Nim route. People love that film. They love that film because Miss Brisby and the Night Rats were excellent characters wrapped in a life and death situation with hard ethical questions on top of everything. And I don't mean I want We're Back to be this grim, dark, depressing epic movie. I was totally fine with Rex using a pickup truck as a skateboard. What I'm not fine with is having the kids lose brain cells to move a plot. The soul was missing from this movie. I wanted the kids to be with the dinos, dealing with hiding them and other problems, but were robbed of any interaction. The kids now have to figure out a way to rescue them. We get to see his crazy show. Everyone wonders why people love being scared. Screw Eyes gets full of himself, believes he can control evil Rex, unshackles him, and Screw Eyes gets screwed. This is what I don't understand though. There's crows watching over Screw Eyes, and they're the ones who turn on bright lights that break Screw Eyes' control over Rex. So the crows are the bad guys for the bad guy? No one actually stops Screw Eyes except these birds. I don't get this part. Why are crows the good guys? Why do they only help here? I thought maybe this was one big huge test by New Eyes, but no. If Cecelia didn't do a wish in the middle of all this, New Eyes wouldn't have made it in time to rescue them. This was not planned. The movie is filled with too many conveniences and plot contrivances. A moral story is fine. Ferngully is a fun, cute film, no problem there. But this? I don't know what it was trying to be. Was it trying to show kids that running away is wrong? Eating people is wrong? Signing a contract to underage kids is wrong? I thought this movie was about dinosaurs. So instead of having Screw Eyes get arrested or something, the crows swoop in and eat him. That's it. Okay? And the stuff that would make for an interesting part, like meeting Louie and Cecilia's family, see them work their problems out, montaged at the end. We can't use that 20 extra minutes we got to flesh them out. I would sum up We're Back as a half-good movie with a plot that didn't know where to go. Maybe they were afraid of feeling like a copy of Disney films, but the writers just didn't know what to do. What really sucks is that all 3 books were out when they made this. They could have easily combined the 3 books into one movie and made it work better. But I guess they wanted to make a movie from each book, so they didn't want to do that. I really can't recommend this one, and I really like the dinos. You just need characters. As long as you get that down and your movie has a good universe, you could make it work. Sadly, they didn't pull this off. The brave little toaster talking appliances did this 10 times better. If you want a recommendation to a good dinosaur film, go watch The First Land Before Time. That's a classic. Thanks for checking out the review. Subscribe if you want to see more, and if you remember a movie or show that's long been forgotten, good or bad, leave it as a suggestion below. I'm always on the lookout for obscured stuff.